Hey everyone, welcome back. We're heading out to the maze. See what we have on the other side of this transition. Hopefully nothing too crazy. Okay, now they bring up formation. I could have used that information a while ago.
I will guide us.
Yeah, I mean, the default formation, I don't know how we were supposed to get through this entire place. With the default formation, it was just wild all over the place. Doesn't work in such tight, confined spaces. Okay, let's do this. So far, so good. Okay. I literally got one-shotted, and... Okay, did dex damage to me. You know what, gonna skip through all my attempts here because it took me a good amount of time to down this thing. So, I'm just gonna... You can see that I clearly went at it a bunch of times doing the same thing, tried switching things up, tried switching gear around, you know, optimizing my loadout, things like that. Prior to this, yeah, have fun, sure. Prior to this, I hadn't really taken a look at my skills or my spells. And this repeated failure, right? So now I've loaded up on 2 heals. I've decided to change around my spells a bit, actually use spells. I wasn't using them at all. I wasn't buffing, wasn't doing anything. So I decided to camp here. I've loaded up the summon spell to see if the summon does anything, but the summon is a piece of crap. It died in literally 1 hit, provided no value whatsoever. So instead of summon, we changed things around to some other spells. They didn't really help all that much either, but what did help, ultimately, is all these buffs. So you can see I have mega buffed myself with basically everything that's available to me. And here's the attempt, finally, that got me past that lizard. That damnable lizard. So... cast everything that I could, right? Virtue, which increases my health by 1. The good thing about this is I can literally... some of these spells, the ones that don't have a number next to them, like this one, Enlarge Person or Cause Fear, those 2 I can only cast once per day, once per rest. All these other spells, I'm free to cast just as often as I like. There's no... right, see this one had a 2 next to it, Perfect Strike, so I can use that twice per day. But most of the other ones, most of the other buffs can be used just... And see, this attempt, the Grow Person attempt, that I just annihilated it. I didn't even get hit once. I think a lot of that was pure RNG, 100% RNG. But that RNG was definitely facilitated by my buffs. I loaded the dice a little bit by buffing myself, but I was still absolutely dependent on dice rolling favorably for me. Okay, here we go. I don't know why they have that in... So how did these guys get there? Like, these mongrels, how did they... Is there another way here? Like, what? Why did they put that lizard between me and the mongrels? That thing took literally, like, 40 minutes to kill. That one lizard took literally 40 minutes to kill. So that gives you an idea of my incompetence. And let me tell you that there are probably going to be way worse encounters up ahead. The other tribes haven't turned up yet. We're going to wait for them just another while longer. Knowing all the preparations will take the best part of the day. Let's go take a look at the maze ourselves and see what's what. So before heading into the maze, I think I'm going to explore the rest of this area, make sure I got everything. I'm guessing these mongrels are just here for show. I am pretty sure, fairly certain, that they are not going to come with me into the maze. It would be amazing if they did, but I have serious doubts they're going to help me. So let's explore the rest of this area. Okay, these things were pretty nasty if I remember correctly. Yeah, oh my god, there are 4 of... Oh my lord, 4 of them? Okay, I died. Well, I'm not dead, I got taken down pretty quick, so... let's see what we can try here. So one of the things I'm going to try is... making use of these mongrels. At least we can get some use out of them. I'm assuming they're not going to come with me into the maze. So instead of depending on that, what I'm going to do instead is see if they assist me in combat against the flies. I'm so glad that I saved after that lizard. Like, if there had been more of them up ahead, if it had been like, if instead of 4 flies and these mongrels, it had been like 5 lizards, I think that would have literally ended this run. There's no way. Because you cannot de-aggro, as far as I know. You cannot, like, there would be no way that I would be able to take on more than one of those things. Oh god, okay, so I gotta go through this cutscene every time I load, so... Or this mini event every time I load. Okay, I mean, that's fine. Let's see. I think, honestly, what I can do here is see if these guys help me. I don't know, so I'm guessing they are probably not essential. So I'm guessing that if they die to the flies, it's not a big deal because they're just unnamed mongrels and they don't really say very much. They just they have one line that they repeat over and over again when I interact with them, so not a big deal. So I'm guessing that if I you know,
we march ahead.
It's not like Anivia where if she dies I feel really bad. I wonder if Anivia... Oh wait, she did die. She could die. I do remember that. She did die. I wonder what would have happened if she died. Would she have been there with Horga Squirm? I'm actually not sure how that would have worked.
Our path leads on.
It's actually interesting.
A bright future awaits us.
But these mongrels I don't care about. They're not named, so let's pull these flies right back
against our resolve.
into these mongrels and just... Oh, okay, well that... God, she moves so slowly. That is absolutely wild. But what I have learned here, what I see is that the mongrels are helping. So that's what we need to know. Right. Okay. Wow.
This was...
I mean, the flies still destroyed me, and they actually... Wow. Okay. They killed Sela. They didn't just knock her down, they actually killed her, so... not good. I mean, this attempt is definitely getting scrubbed. But what we do know is we can just pull them back to these mongrels, have the mongrels tank. Oh wow, they actually drop their loot. That's even better. So it actually benefits me when they die. So I wonder... No, I probably don't want to get the chief killed. That would be stupid, and I doubt you could even do that. What I'm going to do is just
always be ready for the worst.
Get as many of them helping as possible. And I'm going to use Lan instead. So he's a bit faster. Right, speed 30. So he should probably be able to pull them back without getting absolutely annihilated. Sela is, yeah, her speed is much lower. So actually all of us are speed 30 except her. But I think, if I remember correctly, the type of armor you're wearing and stuff like that also affects your speed. So let's see if this works any better. Okay. He let fly an arrow. Let's go. And then instead of having my group, instead of having anyone in my part, yep, that's 2 of them down. 2 more to go.
Just a little more.
Good God. Look at those misses. That is absolutely insane. Okay. That's not bad. I kind of have to heal myself, and actually only one of the Mongrels died to that. But I did take some damage. And we are getting, so I just want to confirm that we actually got EXP for the flies that the Mongrels killed, and I'm going to reload just to see if I can do that without taking any damage. Because the Mongrels are 100% expendable, so even though only one Mongrel died here, technically in terms of death count, it's probably as good as it's going to get. I don't mind if they all die, honestly, as long as I don't take any damage.
You've crossed the
So we're going to try this again and see if I can just avoid taking any hits. Because I don't even have to participate in this battle. I get EXP for it anyways, for all the flies that die. Yeah. My guys are a bit overzealous here, getting into combat, but look at those misses. That is absolutely insane. That's wild. It's like 200 misses from my party for every one hit or one miss by the flies. That could have gone way worse. 3 Mongrels died this time. Acceptable casualties. Honestly, if the entire set of these Mongrels, the entire party of these Mongrels had died, it would have been acceptable casualties as long as none of my guys took any damage. Let's finish exploring this place, make sure there's nothing else here, hopefully no more lizards or flies or...
Let us press on.
Honestly, anything here. Just want to make sure. So, in case there's any shiny loots, any preciouses hiding around.
We march ahead.
Doesn't look like it though. And it does look like the next place I'm going to be going is the maze. I'm assuming that is what that huge door is. The maze is a lot more built up than I thought. I thought it was going to be some sort of a natural formation of some sort, a cave system, if you will, just an extension or a winding, circuitous, tortuous extension to this cave system, but it looks like just an actual building down here, which is kind of weird. I mean, it's not the strangest thing, but it's certainly not what I expected. So let's give it a save before we head in. I'm guessing this is a one-way trip. I'm guessing once we head in there, there's really, yep, no going back. Okay, and yep, no Mongrels with me either. What a surprise. What a surprise. Alright, I wonder what we're going to be running into further into the maze. What kind of creatures? Because this looks like, you know, an actual building. So I doubt it's inhabited by lizards and spiders and flies. We're probably going to be running into other types of enemies in here. More intelligent enemies.
Together we stand.
And that worries me a bit, because if I was having this much trouble with animals and insects, I cannot imagine what humanoid or monster or demon enemies are going to do to me. Oh, there we go. I see him in the corner up there. That is definitely a person. And yep, red circle, not friendly. Baphomet cultist. Okay, so hopefully
we march
these guys are not too bad. I'm going to try and use this choke point here. This doorway to my tactical advantage, just in case. He's a ranged guy. We can kind of use the walls to line of sight him and bring him around. And then if there are multiple of them, we can... Okay, so spellcaster. I believe the cult... Yep, he's a melee. 2 spellcasters. Crap. Okay, there are 4 of them. Holy mother of God. Oh my...
This is not my time yet.
Yeah. Oh, good lord. We didn't even get one of them. So I'm going to warp through this again, as I have with previous ridiculous encounters, and as I probably will be doing pretty often throughout the series. Because, yeah, so I'm trying different things here. Obviously positioning differently, buffing my... I haven't really buffed up yet, but, you know, I just cast my standard angel buff. Some health buffs as well. There I tried slowing them down, but I found out that slow actually affects my party as well, so that's completely worthless. Trying to engage them within the room itself, definitely a terrible idea, because obviously the ranged guys are just going to shred me here. And then
Our time has come.
here is my,
the last one for me.
as usual, I will stop the warp right before my actual successful attempt. So this is a culmination of all my previous failures, and this is actually what worked in the end. So as you can see, positioning smartly, I got a flank. Razor Fiend is flanking, Sela is tanking. We're using the doorway as a choke point, right? So the ranged guys cannot engage us before they get through that doorway, which means that my melee guys can get to them quickly and hit them. My two ranged characters, Camellia and Lan, are line of sighting as well, so they're not really potential targets for the ranged people unless those guys reposition. And now, yeah, so now we took one of them down,
Just a little more.
and as you can see, I just took a massive chunk of damage there with a single hit from the crossbow man, the sharpshooter. And I think the two in the back are both casters. So I am going to... Right, I'm just trying everything I can here. I do need to heal myself. I don't have any heals. Razor Fiend cannot heal. The only people who can heal are Camellia and Sela, unless I use potions. So I'm just... I mean, all I can really do... I'm trying to figure out what the spells do. Coup de grace doesn't work.
Did I mess up again?
Obviously, Smite Evil Restoration really doesn't do anything for me here, right? Dispels temporary magical effects, which I'm not afflicted by any temporary magical effects. No affliction. I've already cast Light of Angels, so I don't know why I'm casting that again, but why not? All right. So I think the best thing to do here is just to move. Get my guy get Razor Fiend out of harm's way, and then just have everyone else take care of them. It's not worth going down, potentially dying. I mean, getting knocked unconscious isn't too big of a deal. It's just like 3 extra health. But if I die, then that's it, right? That's the attempt over, and I have to basically do the encounter again. So I'd like to avoid that. I don't really have anything in my kit that's going to help me too much. Resistance, sure, it can potentially be a little bit useful, but, you know, we're down to just two spellcasters now. One of them's almost dead. Okay, just one spellcaster left, Neophyte Wizard, and he's casting Arcane Missile already. So I'm not really in any danger on Razor Fiend from that, but unfortunately, it took down Sela in a single hit, as it does. But not the worst outcome, right? Nobody died. Well, nobody on my side died. We got wrecked, but we're all still alive.
Godspeed.
Loot all this stuff up. See what what we can really do here. Might as well heal up a bit. Okay, up to 12 health. And I got rid of my heals on Camellia, so Camellia cannot heal until I rest up and rememorize those spells, because I replace them with complete garbage that I am probably never going to use.
I will help where I can.
You can trust me.
The good thing is these potions are pretty ubiquitous, like you find them pretty often. I have 3 in my inventory, so I can use them on Razor Fiend instead of depending on actual. And they're basically just as good as a Cure Light Wound spell. which means that I'm rolling the dice. So I'd rather use this on Sela because technically she's the tank. Let's see, clubs, 20x2, not really anything too significant here. Chain shirt, definitely worse for Sela than the banded mail, because she doesn't really cast anything, so she's not worried about any of that stuff. Heavy crossbow, I mean, I suppose that might work on Lan, but he is a, I guess I could use it on Camellia. So on Lan, even though I guess he can equip it, he's a longbow specialist, so I wouldn't want to equip it on him, because he gets advantages by using a longbow. I mean, I don't think it really matters heavy or light on her, because honestly speaking, I don't think a lot of her damage, she doesn't seem to be the best bow user or crossbow user, and none of her spells are really good. Like, she's kind of a utility person. She has some decent buffs, she has some decent utility, but I can't see her primary weapon was the rapier and her shield, but having 3 people in melee range when even my main tank gets one-shotted is just asking for pain. Like, there is no way I want her up front. In fact, if Razor Fiend was not going to become my main tank eventually, I'd have him in range right now as well. It just seems kind of dumb to have him up front. So this glaive is a pretty good alternative because it has reach and a much higher critical multiplier as well, 3x20. So it can potentially be a pretty devastating weapon if I get lucky, if RNGesus favors me, which so far he really hasn't. I've been very dependent on saving and loading to get the outcomes that I need. Let's equip her with the Wand of Healing. I think it has 15 charges, which is amazing. So that means I can use it, you know, in combat. So she's not that great in terms of her combat capabilities. Her crossbow usage is basically just a formality, so that she's not just standing there doing nothing. So she can definitely serve as a healer, right? So if Sela, if her health drops low, I can switch to the wand and use it on Anivia, because she isn't really contributing to the fight in any significant way beyond that. I think, yeah. So equipping her with the leather armor, it's going to lower her failure chance on spells. And then cold iron means that it can be used against, I think, like undead, and not undead, but ghosts and things like that. So it's probably what, I mean, we might be able to switch that over to somebody else if we ever run into apparitions and things like that we need cold iron for. We can switch it over to Sela or Razor Fiend. Have them use it. Okay, so first lock chest I've run into. Lock picking mechanic. It's a percentage chance.
This one was beyond me.
And it. Okay, I guess I can just spam lock.
Not this time.
So there's no. Doesn't look like there's.
I hope you appreciate this.
Okay. No checks required to break open. Okay. Okay, yeah. So if you break the lock, so if you run into a, so I guess that just means that you have to bring somebody who can lockpick all the time, because the alternative is breaking the lock, which may break some of the stuff in the chest, which, yeah, you obviously don't want to do. And since you can spam lockpick without actually, with no consequences, you just back-to-back attempt at 70% chance, there's no reason to And I mean, I guess that's a good mechanic, honestly, because if there was something, some adverse outcome that could happen when you attempted a lockpick, or if there was a common adverse outcome that could occur when you attempted a lockpick, then people would just save scum, right? You're just promoting save scumming. Save right, but that you saw I saved right before we attempted the chest because I was anticipating that you could only attempt a lock once or something like that. But I'm thankful that there's no sort of consequence for attempting a lockpick. You're not locked out of it, or the lock doesn't break, or some stupid mechanic like that. Just gonna be safe in case there are a bunch of dudes in here waiting to... Okay. Bookshelves, scrolls, nice. Scroll of prayer. There's endurance, none of which I really need. Okay, Tome of the Minotaur. Okay. There's a dude. Let's see this guy. Baphomet Cultist. He doesn't look so tough. Can probably take this guy. Oh. Well, that was absolutely idiotic. I forgot to switch my weapon on Camellia. She just walked up to the dude and punched him and got absolutely... That's you saw precisely why I don't want her in melee range. She just got absolutely devastated. So we gotta switch her to the crossbow. And then... let's save. And then let's... maybe give this one more attempt. See if it works any better with my party doing... Okay, 16 damage. He's half dead. Wow. That is a strong weapon. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay, well, he killed Sela. And he killed Razorfiend in one hit. Okay, this is a problem. So... yeah, I was wrong. This guy is way harder than I thought. So hard, in fact, that I ended up completely skipping him. But not before I tried for over an hour. So I tried, moving him out of the room. I tried a bunch of different things. Mega buffing myself, so you've seen me cast basically every buff I had. Still steamrolling me. And look at this. So you see him standing there now. He's not back in the corner by the bookshelf. So something I learned while doing these attempts is actually one of the ways that I actually kind of exploit the mechanics of the game. So you can see he's closer to the door now. He spawns right next to the door. Every time I load the game, he spawns next to the door. And the way you do that is you attack him, you pull him away from his spawn location, and then you save the game gets saved before he returns to his spawn location. And if you load that save, then he will be at the location he was basically standing at when the game saved, and that will be his default spawn location. And so it's a bit of a problem here because I pulled him way too close to the door, and now there's literally no way for me to get by that door without pulling aggro, and I can't kill him. Like, I'm trying everything. I'm trying Razorfiend being the tank, fighting defensively, I'm trying casting spells, I'm trying everything imaginable. In fact, the only spellcast I got off with Camellia was an AoE arc spell and a cone spell, sorry, and it didn't even do any damage to the cultist. It just killed Sela, who was down, wasn't dead, who was knocked unconscious. It actually just executed her. So yeah, you can see this is absolutely brutal. This is wild. It's the Dark Souls of CRPGs, honestly. And mostly due to my own ineptitude. It is absolutely my fault for just doing this over and over again, making attempts over and over. I'm changing very little between these attempts. You can see I have Sela and Razor Fiend buffed, but it's really not doing anything. And the closest, I think, honestly, my second attempt on this guy was my best attempt. My first attempt was obviously Celia just getting completely demolished. But my second attempt actually got him down. Sorry, Camellia getting absolutely demolished. But my second attempt was pretty good. Got him to about half health because Razor Fiend landed a good hit. But yeah, I no matter how many times I loaded or tried after that, I was not able to get him anywhere near, not even close to dying. Right, the half is as low as he gets. Fail, fail, fail. And this is the final attempt. So the final attempt I made, you can see I get into combat. That's his default position. And I'll spoil it right now. I didn't kill him on this attempt. I'm trying turn-based mode. And everything, it's not working. So because he's so close to the door, I've decided that I have to load a save from way further back, where he isn't as close to the door, where his position is back closer to its default position. That way I can get around him and proceed. So my goal is to come back to this guy later. Maybe when I level up or something, I can come back and take him out. So. Because I literally, I'll tell you that footage that you just watched was sped up 20x. That was 20x speed. So yeah, you can estimate how long it took me, how long those attempts took me. And the result, complete failure. Alright, so now we're trying this room out. There's another dude here. I'm kind of scared now because after experiencing that absolute annihilation, I'm really scared of all the enemies in here. Even when it's just one dude, my confidence and bravado have evaporated like the early morning dew. For good reason. And yeah, this guy's going to annihilate me. I don't know if you caught that, but he's level 5. And the other dude, yeah. And the other dude, the cultist in the other room was also level 5. So, my assumption here is this guy's going to be at least as bad as that dude, if not worse. Because he seems a lot tankier, right? He has a shield, he's not. So I decide that this guy is probably not really something I can take on just yet. Well, my hope is that either I can pick up some gear during this run, or I can level up or something. You know, gain some sort of combat advantage that allows me to take these dudes on. I'm gonna give him a couple more tries just to make sure that it... Yeah. He literally one-shots me. He one-shots my tank. One-shots my off-tank. And surprisingly, doesn't one-shot Camellia. It takes him 2 hits to kill Camellia, which is wild. Like, what is the point of having armor and wearing and a shield and all that if you get one-shotted? I mean, I know this is dice rolls. It's entirely dice rolls, but it's comical to me that my I mean, if it had been Lan, that would have been the icing on the cake, because he literally has no armor, no clothes, nothing. I think that would have been an appropriate depiction of the difference between tanks and unarmored people at this level in the game. So, during my attempts on the cultist, I actually did try these 3 guys and they demolished me, and that's why I'm not trying them right now. So what I've decided to do is sneak into this room and check it out, see what's in here. It looks like we have a trap in here, and the good thing is you can see those lines that show you where the trap mechanism is located. So for this one, it had me confused for a second. I'm like, okay, what, the trap is in here, but the mechanism, where's the mechanism? And clearly it looks like the mechanism is not even in this room. And so I don't know where the mechanism is right now. Succeeded on the first attempt, but the only person that can disarm traps reliably is also... yeah. Well, that was dumb. I guess that's one way to disarm a trap. Surprisingly, traps, you'd expect them on unfair to be just as unfair as everything else and completely devastate my... like, just a nuclear explosion when you step on it, it just destroys the entire map and
your discretion.
Formats my hard drive or something, but thankfully that was weak. That did almost nothing. It was 6 damage or something. But I'm just going to, you know, it's entirely avoidable. So why take 6 damage when I can take 0 and get some EXP for disarming the trap? So I think the EXP is the biggest motivation for reloading here. 6 damage, not a big deal on Camellia because she's a backline character, right? She shouldn't be taking damage anyways. So I'm following the line and it looks like, oh happy day, it looks like it's in this room with this dude. But where in this room? Okay, so it's right by the door, so not too bad. Definitely accessible. And the fact that he isn't aggroing me means that I can take a look in this room by sneaking around with Camellia, see if there's any loot in here. It looks like there's a chest in here. It looks like there's a weapon rack in here that I can also loot from. So, oh, masterwork, long spear, and spear. So let's take it all. Let's loot up the chest. Lockpicks, which, I mean, okay, harder chests, wonderful, but so far we haven't run into anything that would necessitate it. I mean, honestly, even if a lock had a 1% chance of working, just try it, you know, try it 100 times or however many times it took for me to actually succeed. There doesn't seem to be any sort of repercussion. Getting awful close, but looks like it worked. Save again, see, push our luck.
The last one for me.
Oh god, that was terrible. I wonder if reloading this... Oh my god, please tell me I'm not in an infinite aggro loop here.
Save the last one for me.
Oh my god. Okay, well I have to load the previous save now because I just... This is the advantage to being a compulsive saver. If I had not been a compulsive saver, my previous save would have been well before that. Right? Maybe after I killed the cultist or something. Or entered this room.
Save the last
not
one
this
for
room,
me.
but the room with the trap. Yeah, so it looks like aggro radius is pretty inconsistent. I wonder how often it rolls a dice to check perception. It seems to be pretty inconsistent because on one attempt I was able to get up right behind him and loop that. Right, okay, again. But it seems that I got aggro from pretty far away. So now I'm going to save and try again. Let's try and get closer and see if we can loot this thing up without... I think the weapon rack in front of him would definitely is 100% out of the question. But we can take the chain shirt. And yeah, I honestly don't think that weapon rack is an option. But there is another weapon rack in here, it looks like. My weight doesn't look too bad. Because I know that if your weight exceeds... I mean, we might as well give it a go. Let's see if it works.
Save the last one for me.
I know that if your weight exceeds the limit, 326 or whatever, I'm guessing it depends on the strength of your party, individual party members, number of party members, things like that. But if your weight exceeds that, then you start to slow down. Considering all these dudes drop heavy-ass gear. Armor and weapons and stuff, and there's all this stuff on the racks. I'm guessing I'm going to hit that limit pretty quickly in here. Because this place does not seem to be small. Okay. So, another weapon rack. I'm just going to have her loot all this stuff up. And then let's try and unlock this. I have my doubts this is going to work. Oh, okay, yeah, not even close. Yeah, those guys, eyes like hawks. They spotted me from the doorway. Seems the width of the doorway is all that's preventing my dudes from getting aggro there. And she's my best stealth character as well, so there's no way.
I will help where I can.
So we're going to
Always be ready for the worst.
position, see if we can pull those guys in. Maybe.
What's on your mind?
But considering the thrashing they gave me when I was fighting the cultist, I highly doubt this is gonna work. I mean, granted that wasn't an optimal attempt, it was, I just pulled them because I was like, oh, whatever, these guys don't look so tough, and they annihilated me.
See this through.
Let's see if this more planned
is not an
or
option.
more set-up attempt works. Okay, so I'm pulling with Razor Fiend, I have Sealar on the corner, ready to step into the doorway.
Into the fray!
Do not hold back.
One hit KO. One hit KO. Wow, they demolished me. I think that was the fastest my party's been demolished. Granted, there are 3 of them, so that definitely speeds things up. But yeah, that doesn't look like seem like a viable fight, honestly, at this point. So far we're 0 for 3.
Defeat is not an option.
I'm gonna try in turn-based mode, see if that makes any difference. Okay, he missed. Very lucky. Corrupted Mongrels. I wonder where these guys...
I'll cut you wide open.
So are these the guys that came into the maze? These are the people that Lan was referring to, and the chief wanted to rescue, or Lan wanted to rescue, and the chief was like, nah, we'll take our time.
Take you!
People that Wendewog was talking about. Okay, that didn't work. So it looks like they're all ready, or at least some of them are beyond saving, unless the corruption can be reversed somehow. And why are these guys so much stronger than the Mongrels outside? I mean, okay, sure, the corruption imbues you with some strength, unholy strength or something, but this is ridiculous. The ones outside are literally made of tissue paper or something. They went down like... They were pathetic. Yeah, this, even in turn-based mode, seems well beyond my capabilities at this point. I really wonder... I'm sure there are people who can do this in one attempt. Who can just, like, you know, who have super hyper-optimal builds. Alright, let's try YOLOing it. That went about as well as could be expected. Yep, perfection. Mission accomplished. See if there are any other doors here. So there's one at the end of this hallway. Are there? Yeah, it looks like there's another door out there.
Is not an option. You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Cut you wide open.
Yeah. It looks like I really cannot get out of this room without sneaking. There's no way for me to avoid aggro in that doorway. So I do have to, if I do want to get out of this room and try something else, I have to sneak. So let's see.
They will not expect my strength.
Try sneaking.
We are the light.
That did not work.
They are the darkness.
So it looks like this is wild. I literally have to be right up next to one side of the doorway. If I'm even in the middle or even towards those corrupted mongrels at all, if I'm not right up next to the door frame on the left side, I pull aggro and they demolish me. So I'm just looking at her traits to see what we have here. If she has anything that can help us. Maybe get out of this room or maybe do anything here. Okay, so her stealth is only 5. -6 stealth. Sela has -6 stealth. That's wild. But if her stealth is only 5, it means it's not that high, and she's able. Okay, so she's able to sneak by just hugging that side of the doorway, and we're just gonna explore this room with her to see what we got. Okay, neophyte fighters. Let's see what level he is. No, I did not want to attack him. Jesus Christ. Level 2. Okay, so that's manageable. So I think this is the first set of enemies that actually looks manageable. These look kind of like the guys who were towards the entrance. Those 4 dudes. Level 1, level 2. Okay, nothing too crazy here, you would think. So I think I need to bring the rest of my party here and we can give this the old college try.
Defeat is not an option.
Are you serious? I hate this. I wonder if the aggro range is different on lower difficulties. I doubt it. It's probably the same, but you won't really care if you get aggro on lower difficulties because you will easily annihilate them. This is entirely my fault, though. I'm the one who chose to play on the fair. Loot. Okay, so looks like we're in a completely different section of the maze. Looks like some sort of a basement. More loot. Oh god. More of the corrupted mongrels. 2 of them, not 3. Oh, no, 3 of them. Wonderful. Oh my god. They're level 2s. And there's no way I'm going to be able to access those doorways with those things in the way. So that's where that path ends for me. Over here, looks like a collapsed section of the maze. Aqueduct. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, I mean this... Okay, so the aqueduct system is down here. I guess that explains why it's so built up. This is probably part of the aqueducts, but... No, this well, I mean, this is way too built up to be part of the aqueducts. It's definitely, its purpose is definitely something else. Okay, so level 3. There's no way I can kill those guys. So I'm gonna head back up and maybe see if we can go somewhere else in the maze. It looks like the only way forward for me is those dudes, those level 1 and 2 dudes in this room right here. I don't think that I can really take anyone else on. So what I'm gonna have to do is sneak all my guys out of here. which means I'm gonna have to hug that left wall. Definitely save before I do it, because on the off chance it's literally impossible. I mean, I got in here, so if I got in here, then I should be able to get out. And she's gonna be the hardest person to get out. So if she makes it, chances are everyone else
I
can
always
make it.
did what was right. Therefore, I became righteous. Does it mean whatever I do now becomes right because I am right?
It seems proximity makes a big difference. So everyone could make it out now. And then we are going to give these dudes a try. Let's see how this goes. Let's save, just in case it's terrible. Oh, there's another door here. But before we find out what's on the other side of the door, let's just start taking these guys out. They shouldn't be too tough, honestly. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god. My dudes are literally made of paper, and the enemies are all made of adamantium or something. That's wild. Like 24 damage is like double the health that some of my characters have. I doubt I'm gonna... Okay, let's see what's in this room. Okay, nothing. Okay, well, oh my god, Champion is, that is... Yeah, I'm not even gonna try that, because the Champion is the same as that other shield dude, I think, and he smashed me, and now he has a friend, so definitely not something I want to try. Instead, we are going to make some attempts on the guys in this room, because they seem manageable, the people in this room. I'm going to try. I doubt I can get to that chest.
Is not an option.
Can't get to the chest. So, I mean, and the reason I'm doing this, the reason I'm looking around, is because I need all the advantages I can get. So if there's like some hidden piece of loot somewhere that's going to confer me with an advantage that I can leverage over some of these fights, then it's pretty significant, right? If I get anything. So far I've gotten very few upgrades in here. I think literally the glaive is the one item I can say is an actual upgrade. Nothing else. So let's heal everyone up to full and actually give this a proper attempt. Turn-based mode seems to be something that I should be using, because it definitely... Turn-based feels like it changes the game completely. It feels like a completely different game. Mechanically speaking, it's not even in the same, on the same planet. And the fact that you can switch between them so freely is really nice. But I would like to, because I noticed there are a bunch of ranged dudes in there, right? I got hit by a ton of arrows. So ideally, I want to use this doorway again as sort of a choke point. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use it as a choke point. I'm going to position my ranged guys outside so that they have good visibility. They can hit, but I definitely don't want to pull those corrupt. Okay, or that can happen. So that's a problem. That is a big problem. So we got fighter. So we have two fighters. Okay, so there are two ranged, and he killed me. Okay. So we have two ranged guys in there, and we have two fighters. I think the highest level in there is level 2, so technically this should not be impossible. It's just about getting these guys to the doorway and engaging them on my terms rather than on their terms.
I will not falter. Godspeed.
The good thing is, I mean, actually, it's not a good thing. But the thing is, by aggroing one of them, all of them are linked. So by aggroing this one fighter, all 4 of the people in that room also get aggroed. And so I started in real-time mode and then switched to turn-based mode once I got out of the room. That way, I don't have to really worry about the sharpshooter keep taking a turn before I can get out of the room, and thus destroying me. So what I'm going to do, move Sela into the doorway, and then it's a very weird turn-based system. It feels, I don't want to say it's tacked on, because, you know, oh wow, okay. One of the sharpshooters is almost dead. Okay, miss as usual. I should have probably hit that sharpshooter. Attacks of opportunity as well. Okay, so that's a good thing. Okay, I shot the wrong sharpshooter. Wonderful. That is going to cost me. Okay, so we may have found another exploit here. So it looks like the sharpshooters are not shooting. They seem to be, their AI seems to have messed up for some reason. I have to figure out how we triggered that so we can use that in the future. And it also seems like the doorway is a good, is a good place to fight.
Did I mess up again?
Because not only is it preventing the sharpshooters from shooting my backline, but it's also preventing the fighters from, you know, flanking me. They're stuck there. Okay, a miss, or a block, I should say. Very good. So my guys can shoot the sharpshooters, but the sharpshooters cannot shoot my guys? Okay, another hit on the fighter. This is looking good. Let's take out one of the sharpshooters if we can. We can land a damn hit. Sela.
The light take you.
Yeah, Sela, she's literally just a... Okay, I was about to say she's a wall, but she's a wall made of paper. Because she cannot land a hit. But she can take a hit. Okay. 2 of them down. 2 of them down. Just 2 left, and I will take this outcome because Sela's down, but she's not dead. So this is amazing so far. If we can actually take these last 2 guys out, and it looks like the sharpshooter's still not shooting.
Make every strike count.
He's still stuck there.
Do not hold back.
But I can't hit him.
Strike as one.
I can't hit him. I cannot hit. Oh, okay, I can.
We shall overcome.
Oh. Wow. And they didn't even do anything. They didn't move.
The spirits demand your blood.
Is there AI? Oh, never mind. I thought their brains had fallen out of their heads, but nope. They were just juking me. They're still very much, but I can't hit him. I can't shoot.
Crossed the wrong mongrel.
Okay. Yeah, I can't hit him. Like, I can shoot at him, but my accuracy is terrible. The good thing about Lan is he gets 2 shots. Okay, that sharpshooter took some damage, almost down. I think 1 more hit and the sharpshooter's dead. Do everything we can here to get this right, because I really don't want to try this again. So as I said before, let's get some healing up, because she never lands any of her hits anyways.
You are today's sacrifice.
Yeah, no, I think I'm today's sacrifice. 1 more hit. If Razor Fiend can just land 1 more hit on that sharpshooter, it's dead. But unfortunately my ranged characters cannot hit him. Yes! Okay, that's the sharpshooter down. Just one more. Just the fighter left here.
Go for their hearts!
17 out of 20. Come on.
Endure this!
Come on.
Strike as one.
Please. Okay, the fighter's not even doing anything. It's literally just standing there. But I don't think... I can't hit it with Razor Fiend. I can only hit it with my ranged dudes. It doesn't look like there's any timer on her down state either, so she's not going to die.
Every strike
I just need to land a hit. Just need to take this guy. Okay. Yeah, I don't... Oh my god, no. He moved.
The spirits demand your blood.
No. No. Oh my god, why did he move? What does that mean?
You've crossed the
Oh my god, no, I can't hit him from ranged anymore. And oh, that could have been so bad. He got an attack of opportunity, thank god he missed.
Do not hold back.
Why can I still not hit him?
You are today's sacrifice.
I can't hit him. I cannot hit him. Are you serious? Okay, he turned the tables on me completely. I was using the doorway to block, but now he's using the doorway. There's something funky going on here, though, because he technically should be able to come out here, but there's something preventing him from coming out here. This is weird. This is very strange.
You won't survive me.
And there's something obviously preventing my ranged characters from shooting him. We can't hit him. Like, he's just standing there. Melee can't hit him. Ranged can't hit him. He's literally just stuck there. I honestly have no idea what's going on. And I can't even go into the room. I cannot move my characters into the room to hit him. I'm gonna just try skipping turns to see if he moves back to his original position, maybe so that he can, maybe so that I can hit him again, but he is pretty stubborn. He doesn't want to move, so I'm gonna move my guys away from the doorway. That way, he might be incentivized to also move away from the doorway, and then I might be able to take him out, but... yeah. Oh, he's gone. He's not near the doorway anymore. I can just loot everyone up. Alright. Very nice. That loot's kind of worthless though. I'm gonna move away. Are you serious? And now he can hit me? What? So, yeah, I'm engaging warp again because I made several attempts after that to kill those guys, but that attempt that you just saw was by far my best attempt. I didn't get anywhere near that again, because the ranged dudes were a massive problem. Right, you can see me trying to reposition, get them optimally positioned so I can take them out. But it's really tough. But I did learn something very useful from this, another exploit, if you will. It's that in turn-based mode, when there's a corpse in the doorway, it will block the doorway. And I'm pretty sure the corpse has to have loot on it, so if you loot the corpse, then it no longer blocks the doorway. But that is why it kind of formed a wall as well. That's why I wasn't able to actually attack the enemies over those corpses. And then the second I looted it, the guy just swung and demolished Razor Fiend in one hit because now the wall's gone. So I decided against continuing to try those dudes. Because it just wasn't working. And instead I decided I'm going to go downstairs instead and check that place out, see if that works any better. But unfortunately I aggroed these dudes. And they are not, even using the doorway to kind of block, they don't, you know, they're not easy to take out. So I don't have much hope for this attempt on these guys, because I didn't engage them on my terms, they engaged me on theirs. But it seems like turn-based mode is definitely the way to go in Unfair, because it does level the playing field a little bit, but you kind of have to jiggle it around. It's not like start turn-based mode right and enter combat. You enter combat in real-time mode, and then you start turn-based mode when it's advantageous to you. So you start in real-time mode, position everybody correctly, and then enter turn-based mode once everything's done. I mean, it's mostly about pulling the enemies, so you start in real-time, pull the enemies to where they need to be, then enter turn-based mode. Because if you enter turn-based mode and then try and pull the enemies to where they need to be, they'll probably have initiative, and they will destroy the guy that's pulling them, so that doesn't work. So I've decided to skip the set of enemies in there. So that's 0 for 4 now, right? So
defeat is not an option.
I mean, I guess technically 0 for 5, because the two guys in the room up there with the chests, the caster and the knight dude are also impossible. So 0 for 5 on these encounters. It's really not looking good at this point. It looks like there's really no way I'm going to be able to progress or advance.
Godspeed.
I'm really hoping this is not the end of my run, because that would be pretty wild. Extremely disappointing, because I've spent upwards of 5 or 6 hours at this point. Getting to this point, so I don't want to lower the difficulty or restart or anything like that. I think that's probably going to be it for me today. 0 for 5, not a good record, super unimpressive. I am terribly sorry, but I'm, you know, going to come at it again tomorrow. Hopefully get this done. Find something one of these encounters has to give. But it looks like I've exhausted all my options so far. I'm thinking that maybe these guys around the corner are the easiest encounter. So I'm just going to position in such a way that I can give them some honest attempts with maybe turn-based mode or hybrid turn-based mode that is starting in real time, flipping over to turn-based, something like that. But yeah, that's going to be it from me today, guys. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you all tomorrow. That's going to be it for me, boys and girls. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content, and don't forget to hit that bell notification on your way out. Have a wonderful day wherever you are. Razor Fiend, signing out.